What is going on, beautiful people? Today, we're talking about the person that narcissists seem to attract the most. People pleasers. Woo! I know that might have hit some of y'all right there, didn't it? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I am a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. So welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yes, people pleasers. Y'all, if y'all don't know, I read a lot of books, right, to help improve my own, my mental health, help increase my knowledge base and whatnot. I actually wrote a book too. Remember, It's Not Your Fault. It's a kid's book that's available on Amazon. It's a conversation starter for your kids, your young kids, 10 and under, to talk about toxic relationships, narcissistic family systems, telling the truth, being honest, loving yourself, and things like that. It's called Remember, It's Not Your Fault. It is on Amazon. Link is in the bio, in the description, everywhere. But yes, also, I'm reading a book by Jackson McKenzie called, I can't think of the name of the book. My mind just literally went blank just now, y'all. I can't believe Whole Again by Jackson McKenzie. This is what it looks like on Audible. Whole Again. He was talking about how the relationship between narcissists and people pleasers. And I was like, dang, you know what? That makes a lot of dang on sense, because narcissistic people, although you can't tell somebody's a people pleaser, by looking at them, right? You have to get to know them a little bit. You can't just I can tell by those dancing clogs you got on that you're a people pleaser. Tap dancing shoes, you're a people pleaser, right? You dance to the side, you dance to the beat of somebody else's drum. I can tell. No, it doesn't work that way, y'all. They have to get to know you a little bit. And narcissistic people tend to kind of, for lack of a better word, luck up and find people pleasers, because that's the type of person that ends up with a narcissist a lot, y'all. And people pleasing can be a reaction from your childhood, right? You're just trying to, it's a survival mechanism, right? If you've been described as a people pleaser, or you are a self-proclaimed people pleaser or a codependent person, right? You've been, it might be the survival mechanism that you might have had to learn how to be a people pleaser to your parents in order to survive, right? You might, in order to not get chastised or abused or whatever, you might have had to learn how to survive by people pleasing, by just doing things that other people want, right? That happens quite a bit. So I would say this, if you're a people pleaser, you might end up with a narcissist, and narcissists absolutely love people pleasers, y'all, because narcissistic people are all about validation, getting validation from other people. That's why it's typically referred to as narcissistic supply. It's how a lot of narcissists survive, right? It's how a lot of us, get up in the morning and keep it moving and things of that nature, right? That's how a lot of narcissists just make do, for lack of a better word. That's how narcissists make do. And that happens quite a bit. So people pleasers, I guess you get, from what Jackson McKenzie was saying, people pleasers kind of get their feel from making other people happy, from validating other people. So it's like a match made in narcissistic relationship haven or hell, whatever you want to call it. I want to say heaven, but that's the way it goes. It's if you are here, you get validation from pleasing other people, and narcissists get validation from other people pleasing them. You see how that can be an extremely, it can start off good. It starts off as the high. It starts off as a high, super high. Narcissist, I love it. You're pleasing me. I'm getting the validation. Because I'm getting that validation from you, I'm giving it back to you. You're making me feel good about myself, that I need to make you feel good about yourself, right? You're making me feel so wonderful, so internally good about myself, that I have to reciprocate. I have to make you feel good about yourself, right? We're balancing each other out. So we're doing this. I'm doing it. I'm doing this. I'm trying to make you feel good because I feel good, right? But it runs out when that narcissistic person, when they fall out of love with you, right? When that I call it a light switch. When that light switch goes off and they stop loving you and stop giving you the validation that you're pleasing them, it can change you. If you're a people pleaser, it can change you, because now you pleasing them, you validating them doesn't work. the narcissist doesn't get the same amount of narcissistic supply or the same type of narcissistic supply that they originally got from you. So now now they're treating you differently. And now you, as a people pleaser, you might be trying different things to make them happy. You go above and beyond to try to make them happy. And a narcissistic person, they thrive on you going above and beyond. But when you are dealing with a narcissist, and this is speaking for a lot of narcissists, not every single narcissist, but when you're dealing with a narcissist, no matter what you do, y'all, to try to please that person, it just won't be enough, right? It just really won't be enough in that type of situation right there. Like, narcissistic people tend to do things like that. They tend to like thrive when people are going above and beyond to deal with them. They tend to thrive on that, y'all. They love it. They absolutely love it. So that's what I'm just telling you. Like, if you're a people pleaser, you gotta reel it in. That's why I tell people, if you feel like you're a people pleaser and you're in a toxic relationship, it's hard. Like, the harder you try to make that person happy, the more you will lose yourself. The more you lose yourself, and the crazy about it is, the harder you try to make a narcissist happy, the more you will lose yourself, right? And the more you lose yourself, the more you start to act differently, the less they care about you. So it's a vicious cycle. The harder you try, the further you get pushed away from them. Can you make them happy and validate them in spurts? Yes, you can. Even after the love bombing phase ends, you can make them happy and validate them in spurts. But it still will go back to them withdrawing the love from you. It still will go back to that right there, because they don't look at you the same anymore. And when I tell people that, it does hurt their feelings. It really does. And it's understandable that it does. And that's why I tell people, it's like, this is going to probably hurt your feelings when you hear me say this type of stuff. But like, the harder you try, the further you push them away. And I know it sounds backwards. Like, but Lee, that doesn't make any sense. Like, the harder we try, the further they get away. Yes. Because you're trying so hard that they feel like that now they don't recognize you even more, even from the beginning. Like, you're trying so hard, you're doing whatever it takes, and it's just not enough. And they can drive you crazy. They can make you feel, I'm just telling you, I've seen this happen in real life. Like, that can drive you crazy when you're trying hard as hell to get somebody to love you, to get somebody to validate you, to get somebody to just say, hey, look, I see all the hard work you're doing, and it's super appreciated. I appreciate every single thing you're doing for me. I appreciate the love that you're showing to me. I appreciate the effort you're putting into this relationship. I appreciate every single bit of you. You want that. They're not going to give it to you. And this is not me trying to say, Lee just wants everybody to throw their relationship away. Look, I'm not telling you to throw your relationship away. I'm just telling you, this is as good as it's going to get. It's already gotten as good as it's going to get. Because it typically doesn't get better in a relationship with a narcissist, because like it just doesn't go back to the beginning. It never will go back to the same it used to be. So if you can accept how things are now, because it doesn't go back to the same, because they don't go get the help that they need. They don't go get the help. They don't work on themselves. They don't like go above and they just flounder. And I know when I tell people that narcissists, if they don't go get help, this is how they'll be. It makes some people sad. It makes some people pleasers want to try harder. It's like, well, I just need to try a little bit harder. I'm like, look, it's your life. You get one of them to live. By all means, if you want to try as hard as you can to please this person that's damn near unpleasable, by all means, you're going to wake up one day, 1 year down the road, 2, 5, 10 years down the road, 20, 25, and realize you're like, damn, I done gave this person 25 years in my life, and they don't even appreciate nothing I've done for them. They don't even acknowledge it anymore. They just, because this is the thing about narcissists. They feel like at first the stuff that you do, they super appreciate it. They're grateful for it. They love it. They get that narcissistic supply. But after a while, when the love bombing phase ends, they just look at it as stuff that you're supposed to do. It's no longer special. It's no longer it's no longer that narcissistic supply. Now it's just like, just regular fuel. It's just like, you're my husband. You're supposed to congratulate me. You're my wife. You're supposed to say this to me. You're my mom. You're my dad. You're my sibling. Whoever it is, you're supposed to say this stuff to me. You're supposed to do this stuff to me. That's where you get the entitled narcissist that comes into play right here, right? You get the narcissist that's extremely entitled. and how they do and how they act and how they behave and the stuff that they're going to keep doing. And can you handle that? Can you deal with that? Hey, I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm just telling you, in the mind of a narcissist, this is the type of stuff that you're going to be dealing with. This is the type of stuff you're going to be putting up with for the rest of your existence, as long as this relationship is continuing to move forward. Again, this is not me just trying to say, get away. This is me trying to say, like, if you don't work on your people pleasing and just go to therapy or read some books and turn down that knob a little bit, you're going to I'm just telling you, I've seen so many people. I've seen the hurt in people's faces. I've hugged people that have been at some of my workshops in the past that have been crying, just feel like they wasted so much time, but now they've gotten out of it. They're free now. I'm not telling you to leave. I'm telling you to get free. Whatever free looks like to you, because sometimes freedom can be just emotional freedom. You feel like you don't have to try to please this person. If you're not going to appreciate what I do for you, I'm just not going to do it anymore. If you're not going to appreciate me going above and beyond, making you breakfast, dinner, we both working, right? We both working. We both take care of the kids. I mean, we both working. It's a 50-50 household, right? But you don't appreciate me making you breakfast, dinner, lunch, getting you all this stuff ready, going above and beyond, getting up early in the morning, doing blah, 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 doing all this other stuff. Stop doing it. Hey, I noticed you haven't made me breakfast in the last few mornings. Is something going on? What's wrong with you? What the hell is going on with you? Does that sound like a type of person that appreciates what you do for him? Doesn't sound like it to me. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Y'all know, as always, I truly appreciate every single one of y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the kids' book. Remember, it's not your fault. And as always, y'all, mental health is up. Peace. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. I am extremely grateful for you. Have no idea. If you haven't already, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Helps reach more people. And click on the screen to watch another video or to browse through another playlist. There's also a link on the screen to check out my courses and my support groups to help you heal and understand what you've been through. Thank you so much again. I will see you in the next video. Peace.